Peace forever and always. This is your brother, Taalik Ibn'rad, and welcome once again to another edition of the Reality's Temple on Earth. And of course, I am the Angel Snubbed Up 7, your brother, Taalik Ibn'rad. Now, what do I got to get out of the habit of saying, and now, I don't know, I guess it sounds sort of, and no, like you're some kind of a announcer or something. I'm going to break that habit. It's starting to get on my nerves. But what brings me to this video is that I have relatives and associates in education. And when speaking to them, you would think that they would say positive things about our children in education. But every day, all I hear is how wacky in the mind black children have become. I was taught that children reflect their parents. So if you have children that don't want to learn, you have children that are wacky, you have children that are dipsticks, then chances are that's what the parents, because children reflect their parents. When you become a parent, your life ends. And the only thing that should be on your mind now is to secure this new life and to make sure that this new life is protected and all the things that this child gets, all the survival skills, you must make sure that this child, this new life, gets all the survival skills required in order to survive in this life. But the parents have failed. You got black parents that don't go to these parent-teachers meetings. They stay at home and watch Dave Chappelle's show. They get drunk, dopeheads, or they spend time, they want to make more babies. Because black folks, we sexually obsessed with crap. If I said, just the fact that I said penis, it brings smiles to some of y'all's face. Ooh, he said penis. We childish and crazy. And as a whole people, the same can be said because our leadership, we as an adults have failed our children. The reason why I suffer the way I do, or we are suffering, we could be doing better because of our parents. Let me say this. I'm not talking about those who were like Martin Luther King Jr. You may not like Martin Luther King's method, but Martin Luther King went out into the street. You might not like Louis Farrakhan, but Louis Farrakhan is out in the street. You might not like Al Sharpton or Ralph Abernathy or none of our people like that. You might not like their methods or whatever, but as an adult person, when your people are in a condition, then you should take some type of activity in order to make your future generations walk better than what you've done. But we as adults have failed our children and continue to fail our children. We continue to keep our babies in a position of dependence upon our former slave masters' children who don't want to share nothing with them. Even though our children will pay their equal share in taxes, our children will go and defend this nation, they will not get the equal benefits of living or being a citizen of the United States. And you are an incompetent and neglectful parent to tell and try to teach your babies to accept this type of condition. You should be shamed. So how can they live better than you? You're an old Uncle Tom handkerchief head. Why do you want your babies to be like that? Allowing another people to determine your destiny. You said, look at all the progress that black people have made in the United States. All the progress that we ever made, the credit goes to the oppressor. We don't keep nothing. We know for a fact, black people, black children created rap music. They created what is called hip-hop culture. But now, it's been sold out. It's just as much as a Caucasian form as it is black. We don't keep nothing. Everything we get belongs to them. And it wouldn't be so bad, but they don't give us nothing. If you are happy about the success of a person like Jay-Z or Beyonce, Kobe Bryant, these brothers and sisters, or Oprah Winfrey, all our brothers and sisters that make these millions of dollars and they look like they're successful, if they are allowed to make that kind of money, the racist Caucasian people in the background making more money than they'll ever see. In fact, they control it. They don't control nothing. You want your children to be better than you. So if Oprah have children, and in fact, every black child in this nation is Oprah's, it's our responsibility. As adults, we want our babies to be better than what we were. Live a better life. But we got to continue to try to achieve in things and fight oppression and discrimination, which still exists in 2009 because racism and the whole fabric of the United States is still rooted in Caucasian supremacy. This we know. You are a neglectful parent, an irresponsible adult. Matter of fact, I don't even call you an adult. You don't know what it is to be parents. Who taught you, black man and woman, to be a parent? Because if you were a real parent, if you was a real adult, then you know as an adult, your life means nothing no more. Your responsibility is for future generations. But you're not doing nothing for them. You'd rather go see a movie. These poor children aren't taught nothing. They taught you allow the oppressor, those who don't like us, to continue to teach them how great Caucasian is, how great white is, how fantastic the Asians do, how fantastic whatever anybody do, and continue to keep us in a servant-like position. Nothing but clowns. That's all we good for. Watch the Negroes have sex. Oh, some of y'all smiling right now. Ooh, he talking about sex again. We become sick in the mind. You know why you're so obsessed with sex? It's because that's one of the only enjoyments besides singing and dancing that the slave master allowed you to have. Then, when you became a little bit out of control, the slave master gave us something else to have joy over, and that was drugs and alcohol. And those excessive sex, drugs and alcohol is what keeps us enslaved today and distracted from making sure that our babies are given a better chance of life than we have. They should be able to determine their own destiny. It should not be based on what A government that enslaves their people tells them what they can and cannot do. I'm not your slave. These babies, these children should not be somebody's slave. You allow them to be exploited, to be content in being a voluntary slave. Oprah is a voluntary slave. Kobe is a voluntary slave. Well, I wouldn't mind being a slave like that. You're a damn fool. Because the slave master controls it all. I'd rather be the controller than the control. You fool. Yeah. We need to accept our responsibility as adults and become better parents and try to make the future generations' life better than the one that was given to us. I'm your brother Taalik Ibn'rad. This was and is the Reality's Temple on Earth.